It happened at 11:30 p.m. last night. I was lying in bed, tired, scrolling on my phone when I really should have been sleeping. I found a pair of sneakers. Not just any sneakers, these were the ones I've been eyeing for 3 months. The price tag was $108. Now, if I looked at my banking app right then, I would have seen clearly that I did not have $108 to spend on shoes. My fun money budget for the week is $20. The math was simple. I can't afford them. Close the tab, go to sleep. But then I saw it. That little purple button right under the price. Pay in 4 interest-free payments of $27. Suddenly, my brain did this weird gymnastics routine. It stopped seeing 108 and started seeing $27. I have 27. I can definitely afford $27. It felt like I had found a cheat code to get what I wanted without actually paying for it. I clicked the button. I didn't even hesitate. This is my real-time journey, not expert advice. Here is exactly what happened. The second the order confirmed, screen popped up. I felt great. It was a genuine rush. I imagined wearing the shoes, walking into work, looking cool. See, I told myself, you deserve a treat. You've been working hard. But that feeling lasted for maybe 10 minutes. As I put my phone down to actually go to sleep, the confirmation email buzzed on my nightstand. I opened it to see the payment schedule. $27 today, $27 in 2 weeks, $27 in 4 weeks, $27 in 6 weeks. The guilt hit me instantly. It wasn't a slow burn, it was a heavy weight right in my chest. I realized I hadn't actually saved money or made a smart decision. I had just played a trick on myself. I imagined a version of future me, the me 2 weeks from now, opening his bank account and seeing money disappear for something past me had already bought and worn. I felt like a fraud. Here I am, making videos about getting out of debt, talking about the 1% financial journey, and I just voluntarily signed up for new debt because I lacked the self-control to wait. It wasn't a credit card, and there wasn't interest, so my brain tried to argue that it doesn't count. But looking at that email in the dark, I knew it counted. I had promised myself no new debt, and I broke that promise for a pair of shoes I didn't need to survive. So I woke up this morning and did what I always do on Sundays. I opened my tracking spreadsheet. And this is where the painless payments started to actually hurt. I sat there with my coffee, staring at the blinking cursor in the expenses column. How do I even enter this? Do I log the full $100 now, or just the $27? If I log the full $108, my budget for the month is instantly blown. It turns red. I failed. But if I only log the $27, it looks fine. For today, it looks manageable. But that's a lie. I had to force myself to scroll forward to the next tab, the sheet for 2 weeks from now, and put in a phantom entry for the next payment. And then another one 2 weeks after that, and another. I started sketching this out to make sense of it, drawing a timeline. In 2 weeks, future me has a paycheck coming in. Usually that paycheck represents freedom, its potential. It's supposed to be for groceries or rent, or maybe, just maybe, putting $5 into my emergency fund. But now, before that money even hits my account, $27 of it is already gone. It's spoken for. Someone else owns that slice of my time. And here is the scary reality check. This isn't the only one. I looked back at my transaction history. Last month, I used Pay in 4 for a jacket. It was $50 total, split into 4 payments of $12, $50. That plan is still active. I have 1 payment left. So, in 2 weeks, I'm not just paying $27 for the sneakers. I'm paying $27 plus $12.50 for the jacket. That's $39.50 disappearing instantly from my next paycheck. Now, $39.50 might not sound like a financial crisis to everyone, but remember, my margins are razor thin. $39.50 is my grocery budget for 3 days. It's almost half a tank of gas. By splitting these payments, I felt like I was being smart with cash flow, like I was hacking the system. But actually, I was just building a dam. Eventually, the water, the payments, has to flow through. And now, multiple streams are going to hit me at once during a week when I might be tight on cash. This is the hidden cost that the breakdown doesn't show you at checkout. It's the mental load. When I buy something with cash, the pain is immediate. I hand over 108, I feel the ouch, and it's done. The transaction is closed, my brain can move on. With this BNPL setup, the transaction stays open. It's like leaving a browser tab open in my brain that drains a little bit of battery power every single day. I realized looking at these numbers that I am treating my future income like it's guaranteed and free to use. But what if I have an emergency in 2 weeks? What if my car breaks down? That $39.50 I committed to the shoe company, and the jacket brand is $39 to fact I simply do not have for a tow truck. I looked at the total numbers for the month again. My impulse spend category was supposed to be $0. Now it's technically $190. Even though the cash hasn't all left my checking account yet, the net worth impact is immediate. I am poorer by $180 right now. The financing trick just delayed the realization of that fact. I basically took a loan out on my own future happiness, just to look cool in the present. And honestly, I don't even want the shoes anymore. The excitement is completely gone. Now, they are just a liability. They are a debt obligation sitting in a cardboard box on a truck somewhere. I'm literally paying for a mistake I haven't even touched yet. So, here is the lesson I'm taking away from this week's failure. It's a concept I'm calling stop stealing from future me. For years, I've treated future me like he's this rich, responsible guy who can handle whatever mess I make today. I assume that in 2 weeks I'll be richer, more disciplined, and happy to pay for the shoes I bought tonight. But the truth is, future me is just me. He's going to be just as tired, just as stressed, and working just as hard for that paycheck. When I click Pay Later, I'm not solving a problem. I'm just handing a bill to a version of myself who didn't ask for it. I realized I can't rely on willpower alone. At 11:30 p.m., my willpower is gone. I need a system. I need friction. My 1% system adjustment for today was simple but annoying, which is exactly the point. I went into my browser settings and my phone settings, and I deleted my saved credit card information. I also unlinked the one-click payment option. From now on, if I want to buy something, I have to physically get up off the couch, walk to the other room, find my wallet, pull out the card, and type in the 16 digits manually. It sounds small, right? But that extra 60 seconds of effort is usually enough time for my brain to switch from impulse mode to rational mode. It forces me to ask, do I actually want this enough to get out of bed? Most of the time, the answer is no. I also made a decision about the shoes. When the box arrives next week, I'm not opening it. I'm slapping the return label on it and sending it back. It feels humiliating to admit that I bought them and returned them without even trying them on, but I need that money back in my future me's pocket more than I need cool sneakers on my feet. The goal of this journey isn't to be perfect. Clearly, I'm not. The goal is to catch these mistakes faster and build guardrails so I don't drive off the cliff next time. I'm trying to be a better friend to myself, and a good friend doesn't stick you with the bill when you aren't looking. My 1% mission for tomorrow is just to delete one saved credit card from an online store. That's it. Add that friction. Make it just 1% harder to spend money you don't have yet. What is your 1% step? Will you unsubscribe from one retail email list? Let's share our small wins in the comments below. I am not a financial expert or advisor. This content is for documenting my personal journey and for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research before making any financial decisions.